going to talk about this small camera. Lovely sound, as you can hear. It's a Bell and Howell, and it's a movie camera. Bell and Howell were an American company who made a large amount of film cameras from about the 1930s until the 80s. They were an enormous company. This little camera came out in 1939 and continued until the mid-50s. It was particularly popular after the war, partly due to its lovely small size. Bell and Howell were not quick to take to 8mm film, which came out in 1932. This was their first 8mm camera, but it went global. It was a very popular camera. If I can remember how to pop the... That's it. Right, if you move the button there, the door will open, and this shows you the spool. 8mm was a fascinating film. It's basically 16mm film which goes through the camera trace. The aperture, the gate is for sized 8mm, and basically it films on half the film. Once you take the film out, once it's been through the camera once, turn it round, and then it goes through again. So you get two halves of the film, and then when you send it for processing, the processing company, normally Kodak, would cut the film in half, put the two halves together, so you then got 50 foot of film. Nice little device here that when you close the door, the gate closes, so it's nice and secure. The lenses on these cameras are fantastic. The English company Taylor Hobson, who made lenses basically from about the year 1900, decided in the 1930s that there was this new market of cine cameras opening up, and the whole cinema industry, that they decided that they were better placed commercially to make lenses for the cinema and movie industry rather than still cameras. And eventually they were taken over by Cooke Lenses and are still making the most incredible lenses. So the quality of these little lenses, to be honest, are fantastic. And this, if I look at this, most of them will have on Taylor Hobson. This one has. Some of them are fixed focused. This is a fixed focus lens, but goes to 2.6, which is unusual. The mount is a bit, what's the word? It's like a spring mount. So these are not easy to adapt to other cameras, but the quality of this little lens is a good quality lens. And Taylor made lenses for a large range of Bell and Howell cameras. As I said, this little model was extremely popular both in the States and in the UK. Its competition was from the Swiss company Bolex, and Kodak made a range of cheaper cameras. This is a lovely little camera to use. Unfortunately, 8mm film is extremely expensive to buy and quite difficult to get hold of. I think you can still get hold of it. I shot some a couple of years ago. Czech company Forma was still making it. Not bad to develop at home, but I think the cost was working out about £30 to do an 8mm film. So £30 for 2 minutes is not really feasible. And it's a shame because this little camera, probably made about 60 years ago, is still functioning really well. If I run the motor, it's a little bit stiff, but as you can hear, sounds lovely. Lens looks clean. Really ergonomic to use, and that is the Bell & Howell Sportster. Nice camera.